All right, so welcome to the first video. It may be a series, it may be a podcast, but this is my first video. And I say first video because I'm beginning again, starting a new chapter, not losing anything from the last, but just building on what I've done. And I wanted to do this intro video because I've been thinking of doing a series. I've studied the couple of people who I pay attention to when it comes to doing videos and storytelling, and Glow, many of you may follow her, she talks about creating a series like Netflix or whatnot. So I think what I will do is to have a series of things about my business, but also life. Turned 50 earlier this year, so there's that. And as you see with this first video, this will be the worst quality video that I'll ever do. That's the cool part about this. I mean, excuse my English. But I wanted to jump in, and with this, so hello, my name is Anthony Ware, and I'm from the States, and I've had a very interesting life. I used to call my life a spicy gumbo of experiences because I love gumbo. And with this video, I'm not sure which going to go because I have an agenda. I wanted to do something about like my past, present, and future, right? Eventually, I will have a little bit more scripted, and to a certain extent, because scripts are great, but often it's just a conversation. Like, I'm talking to you, whoever you are, watching this at this point in time, and I want you to know that I'm nervous on recording this. I want to do these in one take, because really in life, that's all we get is one take. I think social media has programmed us to believe on the filter in this and the filter in that, and I want these to be one take, much like a short podcast series I did a couple of years ago. You can check it in somewhere below, and I'll have the series. It's an audio series. Make Positivity Louder 365 was the name of it, where it was one take for 84 days in a row. And the only reason I stopped is because I had a pulmonary embolism and had to go to the hospital. So anyway, that's for another day. But for today, just beginning again, like, where do you want to start? And I've had conversations with my peers, younger and older. I say peers in a couple different categories, whether it's business owner or 50 plus year olds, or people who've gone through different industries. Like, I've been in multiple industries in my life, from commercial real estate, and I guess this is the past part, right? Some commercial real estate brokerage and development, to pharmaceutical sales legally, to being a yoga teacher, to being a bartender, to being a janitor while I was starting one of my first companies. Grateful for friends who have businesses who let you work for them so they can, you can help them, but also you're helping yourself. For all those people running businesses, thank you for doing what you do, because I feel you, I see you. And then over the last 10 years, I've run multiple businesses, some of them successful, some of them epic fails, which is great. I've published a report called the Founder Mental Wealth Report right before the pandemic, which led to actually a bunch of business for me, but also being able to help people around in several different countries that are starting businesses, but also people who are working in companies. And then 2023, 2024, I say these last couple of years have been kind of a fog for me about what to do next. And I'm still grounded in thinking about mental health and mental wealth, because it's a foundation for everything we do, period. Like, how you're feeling today determined how you're showing up. And or what's going on in your world, like whether you're doubting yourself, like I was doubting myself, and actually, short tangent, you'll find I have several of these, but they come back together. One of the lessons from this, again, kind of take some lessons as I'm going through, is learnings is just turn on the freaking camera. Like, put it to record. I was doing all the settings and whatnot, and I have a camera that I've had for years, and hit record. Just turn on the camera. So lessons and doing, and so I think that is the key for me over these last 2 years, is like I dove into AI just as I dove into Web3, and Initially and currently looking, helping AI in the context of, yes, the tools and prompts and all that, but like, what's the impact on our mental health? And there's so many levels to it. And then as I look forward, it's, applying to law school, because I'm noticing with everything going on in the world, law underpins many things. Whether people follow the law or not, knowing it is very helpful. And weaving these stories, and I think I'm talking really fast, and I'll get slower as we go. I will. I mean, it's my first one, right? So again, worst it can be. But I think the key, one of the things I'm thinking through as I'm thinking and planning and talking and with mentors and just sitting with myself and journaling is at this point in time, you could truly chart your own course. Like, I remember growing up and like going to school, get good grades, go get a degree of some kind, stay at a job. I'm Gen X, so that was still part of our formal training, but unlearning from that and realizing like, life is life. Life is not short or long. It is. So figure out what you want to do with it. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And these videos are going to be a part of that. And on the real, someday, some of these recordings, I may show up and be like, it's messy right now. Life is all over the place. Gen Xers will know, like, we're at the age now where we're taking care of our parents, but I don't have kids, but you may have kids that you're also taking care of. I think there may be a term for that, sandwich or whatnot or whatever. But anyway, there's these responsibilities that pull at you as you're trying to figure out life. And sometimes I just have to laugh because nature does this stuff all the time as a rhythm. And one of the things I come back to is thinking about like the butterflies and the moths, and they go through their stage from the crawly kind of thing, caterpillar, to the chrysalis, and then inside the chrysalis, there's it's a soup. It's just the soup, but all the parts are still there. They're just kind of reconfiguring. And I think the beauty of humanity, if we took a beat, just a beat, to learn from nature, and not try to like be better than it or replicate it or whatever, just like learn. And in this case, it's like, how many times in your life have you felt like you've gone through a transition? Well, you've just gone through like the chrysalis phase, right? A soupy mess, and you come out something new. All the parts are still there. And you don't have to always remain the same. And so that's when I talk about life being messy. So as we look forward, as I continue these on, I feel like I'm rambling, even though I'm like looking at this agenda or whatnot. But I feel like I'm rambling to a certain extent. But really, this is me showing up and speaking off the cuff with a couple bullet points. And there's a lot going on in the world right now. And sometimes I wonder if it's more than has ever gone on, or is it the fact that just we're all connected to the things, potentially connected or plugged in, whether it's through somebody telling us, even if we're trying to unplug, or it's on the news if you watch the news, or it's in the newspapers or whatnot, or social media, which started out great, and now they're, I'm sorry, but some greedy MFers, are they know, just like the tobacco industry knew, the harm they're causing, and they don't give a damn. So if they're not going to change because past performance is dictating future, then it's on you and it's on your community to come together and create a new world, like flat out. How do we want to live in this next world? And so I hope through these videos, and you can ask me questions too, send questions in or comments, DM me on socials, because I still use them because I got to get business, right? And I want to help people and stay connected. But we're at a point in time when the world is being created. For all evil is so loud, but good is happening. And it just takes more work to either get the good out and be a part of the good things happening, whether it's being a part of the flotilla for a genocide, or calling out, things happening, in one of the numerous genocides we have, like in the Congo and whatnot. And there's people battling against those things. Or clean air. Just the fact of clean air should never be up for debate, but yet it is. But there's people doing great things, whether it's doing things for maternal health care when it comes to clean air, or clean air in general, or clean water. So yes, I'm going to talk about that kind of shit on here too. And so yes, this is an adult channel, I guess. I use curse words, but I don't use them all the time. I use them often. Is really when something like gets me that's evil, gets me all riled up. But I want to spread, my goal and my intention is to help you learn some things that I'm learning along the way, or have learned, to spread some good cheer, to have a laugh or two, including I laugh at myself. So with all of this in this long thing, I hope you take from this that you don't have to have it all together, which you may have heard from somebody, but maybe I'm the person that it actually I say it and it actually resonates with you. Have fun, however you can find it. Puzzles, walk out in nature, quality time with friends. Expect good things, plan for bad things. It's like, why do you have gas? Why do you keep a little extra money for gas for your vehicle? Or for the charger, because you still got to pay for chargers too anyway. So, but along the way, I'll talk about business, entrepreneurship, AI. When I get accepted to the law school program, I'll talk about that. Talk a little bit about being 50, and less about the age and more about the lived experience of a 50-year-old person. I think 1975, right? In this context, because there's 50-year-olds that were born in 1950 and they've already gone through that. So, but anyway, I'll talk about business. I'll talk about some of my adventures. Like the one time I got lost in Paris with a buddy back in the day for 6 to 8 hours after hanging with some Aussies at a pub. Life lessons from that too. So anyway, I just want to say welcome to this. It'll be a series. Let's just call it. It'll be a series. Welcome to it, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you ask questions, because the questions that come in, or I guess questions that come in, yeah, I'll answer them in these videos, and I won't wait. If there's enough questions that come in, I'll answer the questions along the way. But it's been a hell of a ride. I'm coming up on 50 and a half years, and from being a kid to doing stuff in college to being in the corporate ladder, running my own businesses, collaborating with others. That yoga experience I did. Ooh, sorry, that maybe messed with the mic a little bit. But anyway, I can't wait to share, and I can't wait to learn about y'all. And also, I think that's it. I'm going to stop with that, and I'll leave you with, find something today that brings you joy, or get back to it, and just do one thing getting you closer to it. Great example, get a coloring book, get some colored pencils, and you don't have to finish the page, just color for 10 minutes. You can get crayons too, but I prefer color. I love colored pencils, but do that. And I'll start leaving stuff in how they do, over here and over here, which I love, or there's stuff in the more part of the description. But check out what the audio, make positivity louder if you want. If you don't, that's cool too. But check out what I share. And again, I'm excited to start this series. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Much love. Spread love. Have fun. Go hug the people that you love. Go call somebody that you haven't called in a while. Yeah, that's a bunch of, that's so, what I just did was so against all these, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do on YouTube. I gave you a bunch of things to do. Have some options. That's it. All right. Take care. Much love. See you at the next one. Bye.